In this video, we are going to see how to create a customized rubric using Google Documents. To create a rubric, we need to install the add-on Orange Slice Teacher Rubric. As we saw in the previous videos, I request the participants to install the Orange Slice Teacher Rubric. Once the application is installed, it appears under the Add-ons tab with the name Orange Slice Teacher Rubric. Now let me click on Score Rubric. We can see that the sidebar of the Orange Slice Teacher Rubric appears here. So before creating the rubric, we need to make the initial settings of how the rubric has to be. So let us see the settings one by one. The first one is performance level progression, where whether I want the students to see their marks from highest to lowest, like whether I want a grade from 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, or I want from the lowest to the highest. I go with the descending. I want the highest to appear first and the lowest criteria to appear at the last. The next settings is the performance levels. We usually give rubrics as excellent, great, good, average, etc. That is what we mean by performance levels. So whether I want it to just appear as A, B, C, D, E, or you want it to be great, good, average, needs more improvement, etc. Or you want to create anything like with smileys, or you want to create your own customized rubric. For now, I go with this option. And what are the criteria under which you want the rubric to be created? So I'm going to consider ideas as one of the criteria, organization of the content as one of the criteria, presentation as one of the criteria, and let me create my own criteria. Now let me click on create rubric. So if you see here in this Google document, the rubric has been created. So these three we had chosen there. The fourth one, I've inserted a blank row. Let me have the grading criteria as innovation. It is just for a sample. So whether it is the student's own concept or whether it is partially owned or whether the student needs to improve on his concept or the concept is plagiarized. So I give four criteria. I don't want this fourth column not ready, so I'm just going to delete this column for now. I'll make this as needs more improvement. And one thing to note here is each and every cell of this particular table can be changed. If I don't want this here, I can change it to what I actually want the content to be. So always note that it is not that only this particular criteria have to be stated. We can change each and every cell of this particular rubric table. Now once this is done, let us click on Score Rubric. So this contains actually four criteria. So I'll set the maximum points to be 20. And now go to performance points. So there are four criteria. So each carries 5 marks. If it is great, good, average and needs more. So if it is great means I give the full 5 points. Good means let me give 4 points. Average means let me give 3 points. And needs improvement means let me give 1 point. So this settings is not preferable. You have it as not weighted. That will be better. Now let us go to the grades. We'll start grading. For example, I'm going to grade my student's assignment. For his ideas, I give grade. For organization, I give good. For presentation, I once again give grade. For innovation, I want my student to improve, so I give average. After giving the grades, click on finished and click on process gate. If you see, the rubric has been done. And out of 20, the student has scored 17 points. It is 5 here, 4 here, 5 here and 3 here. So at a total, it is 17 points and 85%. We can type any constructive feedback that we want. So its score is 17. Let me type any constructive feedback. Let it be well composed. And yes, the grade has been processed. Now we have one more option here, which is process growth. So let me click on process growth and see what happens. Yes, if you see here, the individual criteria have been listed separately. For each and every criteria, I can give any feedback that I want to give. For example, the ideas are excellent, and in this I want to improve, so I give improve more. So it is possible for me to give constructive feedback for my students for each and every criteria once I finish the rubric. And the main use of this particular rubric is it is possible for me to integrate this rubric with Google Classroom. So we haven't seen Google Classroom yet. After we see Google Classroom in the next module or in the next upcoming days, let us see how to integrate this particular rubric to the assignments submitted by students in Google Classroom. Thank you.